They do not deploy for presence, they deploy for a purpose. And this time, the objective is not symbolic. It is strategic control of a critical maritime corridor and the neutralization of hostile operational reach in the region. Everything begins with speed. On U.S. military bases, Marine units are already in motion. Gear is packed, weapons are verified, communication systems are synchronized. This is not preparation for uncertainty. This is execution of a defined mission phase. Transport aircraft engines rise to full thrust, and the airfield begins to move like a chain reaction. One aircraft after another lifts off. This is not a rotation. It is a mass forward deployment of combat capability. The objective is simple: establish forward dominance before escalation reaches open conflict thresholds. Aircraft climb in structured formations, spreading across pre-planned corridors toward the Middle East. At high altitude, they reduce visibility footprint and maintain continuous movement. Aerial refueling units are already positioned. Connections are made mid-air. Fuel is transferred without interruption. Range is no longer a limitation. Every minute saved is operational advantage gained. At the same time, airborne units are inserted directly into the theater. The cargo ramps open, and paratroopers exit into controlled night airspace. Units such as the 82nd Airborne Division are deployed to secure forward positions that conventional forces cannot reach in time. Their mission is not engagement. It is control of entry points, landing zones, and operational corridors. Seconds after landing, they consolidate. Communication networks activate instantly. Movement begins immediately. Their objective is not expansion. It is containment of strategic instability before it spreads. Because this operation has one clear purpose: to secure maritime access routes and prevent hostile disruption of global energy flow. At sea, the main strike formation is already in motion. At its center is the USS Abraham Lincoln. It is not just a warship, it is a mobile air command platform. Around it, destroyers and cruisers form a layered defense structure. Each vessel is assigned a specific role: missile defense, airspace control, and surface threat interception. The strike group is moving toward its operational boundary, the Strait of Hormuz. This is the true center of gravity of the entire mission, because control of this corridor determines control over a significant percentage of global energy transportation. The mission objective is not invasion, it is denial of disruption, ensuring that no single actor can interrupt maritime flow or impose unilateral control over global shipping lanes. Above the fleet, carrier-based aviation is already active. Fighter jets launch in continuous cycles from the flight deck. Each launch expands the control radius of the strike group. They establish air dominance zones that extend far beyond visual range. These aircraft do not simply escort the fleet, they enforce airspace control architecture. At the same time, amphibious assault forces, such as the USS Tripoli, position closer to coastal boundaries. These platforms are not traditional transport vessels. They are forward launch systems for rapid response operations. They carry Marines, helicopters, and strike-capable aviation units. Their mission role is clear. If escalation requires, they enable rapid seizure of coastal infrastructure and neutralization of hostile maritime assets. On land, forward-deployed units continue to expand controlled zones. Perimeter lines are established. Key terrain is secured. Logistics corridors are opened. Light armored units push forward under continuous aerial surveillance. Every movement is protected from above. Every position is monitored in real time. Air superiority ensures ground freedom of movement. This is the structure of modern operational warfare. Air controls visibility. Sea controls access. Land controls stability. And all three domains are now fully active. Fighter aircraft maintain constant rotation above the battlefield envelope. They do not leave the zone. They cycle continuously to maintain uninterrupted coverage. Destroyers and cruisers maintain missile defense grids around the carrier group. Any incoming threat is tracked the moment it enters detection range, and eliminated before it reaches engagement proximity. At this stage, the mission is no longer movement, it is system activation. A fully integrated multi-domain operational network. Every asset is connected, every unit is synchronized, every domain is covered. Air, sea, land. And the purpose of this entire structure is now fully visible. To secure the Strait of Hormuz corridor, ensure uninterrupted maritime flow, and prevent any escalation that could translate into global energy disruption or regional loss of control. Not through occupation, not through expansion, but through overwhelming operational presence that makes disruption physically unviable. As the system stabilizes, deployment transitions into sustained control mode. Aircraft remain in continuous rotation. Naval forces hold fixed operational geometry. Ground units maintain secured corridors. What began as rapid deployment is now persistent enforcement posture. And in this configuration, the mission reaches its final state. Not advance, not retreat, but control. Total, layered, and continuous control of the operational environment. Because once this structure is fully established, the question is no longer whether forces are arriving. The question becomes whether anything in the region can move without being observed, tracked, and countered in real time. And at this point, the answer is already defined. The system is active, the mission is in effect, and the operation continues.